Hi, this is Shay Veronica, and I just saw this little blurb on Facebook this morning, and initially you want to jump and you want to share it. Well, not you, I wanted to share it because it looks good. It actually looks good, but how realistic is it? It says, pass the truth to the next generation, teach them early what we learn late. Are we ever learning the truth? Are we? And yes, when you figure out that maybe what you have learned is not truth, and what even living over a century plus, and you have young people coming up, even although you've reached that stage and you think you should have deciphered, figured out something about life, and you're still struggling to put the pieces together. Can you transfer anything to young people? All you can transfer to them, all you can pass on to them is keep on looking, keep on searching for the truth, because maybe being born on the earth is not a place you'll find it. Maybe when you are born here, you're supposed to struggle. You're supposed to keep searching. You're supposed to fight the belief systems or accept them if you want. You're supposed to stay in the lane, stay in the group, become yoked. There are a myriad of things and situations you can find yourself in when you step onto this stage you call the earth. But do you ever know the truth, and can you pass on something that you yourself are struggling with, because you're saying, I don't think what I'm getting, even though you're searching, you're always looking, and what you think is truth, you probably cannot pass on because there's no empirical evidence that the science behind what you're saying is not supported. You cannot support it. You cannot say, well, this has been proven scientifically. You can't. It's all noetic. It's all inside of you, and it's an individual thing. And yeah, maybe that's what we're supposed to pass on. Individuality. You just take in information, but don't believe, because once you believe something, it's really hard to jettison that. When something better comes along, it's really hard to let go of something that you have embraced for generations. It's difficult. So what do you teach youngsters coming in? What do you pass on to them? What? And should you be saying to young people, especially ones that you have sired, if you have kids, should you be encouraging them to procreate? Should you be encouraging them to reproduce, to have kids? Should you be encouraging them and making them feel a sort of way, oh, where are my grandkids? When are you going to give me grandkids? Should you be doing that in a world that you have not figured out? In a world that you can see that it's lopsided, there's a control system at the top and everyone else is just ordinary? Are you going to support the system that you have found here by putting pressure on young people to have children? It's a funny thing, but I still will pass this particular thing that I found on, pass the truth to the next generation, teach them early what we learn late. What we have learned late is we will never know. What I have learned late is I could never know the truth being in a human jacket, being in a human body, being here on the earth, being you're stuck. I cannot move away from the earth. I wake up every morning and I'm still here. I'm still here. I can have my imagination take me places, but when I am fully awake and I sit up in bed, I am still here. I'm still here. So as long as you're here on this earth, you can never know the truth. As long as you have the jacket of a human body, you can never know the truth. And you can, if there's something that you should pass on, maybe it's that you can never know the truth if you are on the earth. It's not possible. It's not possible. This is Shay Veronica.